Whether you're 8 or 80, South African, Kenyan or Nigerian, the magic of toys and games appeals to almost anyone who's young at heart. The city of Cape Town in South Africa will be hosting the first ever African Toy and Game Fair next year. The event aims to offer toy manufacturers the opportunity to showcase their products to the continent. Australian designer Ken Howard will be part of the fair, and he joins us in studio today to share his strategies for the continent with us. Ken, welcome.
Thank you. Good evening.
Now, your toys and games have gained prominence and have had success around the world, and you've forayed into both developed and emerging economies.
Yes.
What is your strategy for South Africa and the continent?
First, for South Africa and the continent, I see that there are people here that with amazing talent and ability to design and create. And so it's a threefold project that we're aiming at. The toy fair, to focus to the world that there are good toy manufacturers here. We want to create our own toy manufacturing plant here, as well attached to that a toy design academy, which will be the first in the world. For years, toy manufacturers approached me to design a new product. The argument is no one knows or understands what's behind a toy, the United Nations levels of standards, toy safety, colours, for example, for preschool toys. So we aim to have a toy design academy where we train in board games, soft toys, electronic toys, plastics, and the new emerging toys and apps combining together, which I'm getting into now as well.
Because it's not a simple process. There's a lot of aspects that go into the toy and game designing process.
Yeah.
Can you take us through those?
Well, for example, I did the MasterChef game recently, and I had to come up with a gameplay. It had to follow the format of the TV show.
And I have to say, the MasterChef concept is very popular in South Africa right now.
Yeah.
We've just launched our first series.
We're hoping to bring the game here.
Fantastic.
So we're already talking to people. But whether it's a soft toy as well, we have to go to the stage. We just did a teddy bear for an advertising agent, for a client, for a fabric softener. And so we did the first teddy bear. Now we want the nose down, we want the ears a different colour, we want the pads. So it's going back and forth, and it's something after 30 bears, we finally got to the final one. So even with plastics and injection moulding, designing the inside of the mould where you're going to put electronics and things like that. So this is where it's important to educate.
How big a role does technology play in the design process?
Right now, very big, because a lot of the artwork is done online. We will be looking for designers who have freehand skills, but online skills as well. And then you have the interactive toys with apps and things like that as well. So it's just emerging market.
Let's touch on your Toy Design Academy.
Yeah.
South Africa obviously reeling with joblessness statistics. Are you hoping to contribute, how are you hoping to contribute to the serious scenario of the fact that so many people are sitting without jobs today?
Well, I feel that there's three things that we can do with the Toy Academy. We can bring students from all around the world, because it'll be a centre, it'll be a design centre, like the Silicon Valley of toys in Cape Town. That's the plan. So we then have those students internationally who can go out. Then we'll be looking for students around South Africa and the African continent who've got ability, who want to come and study. Then we'll be offering scholarships to students who have got ability, who are from poorer communities, who don't have it. But there are people with amazing talent that we want to tap into. And we believe the Toy Fair will bring all this together, exposing it. It'll expose manufacturers within Africa. We can bring them together. We will help to regulate with toy safety because of the standards, lead in the paint and things like that, with the problem we had a few years ago. So it's an ongoing exercise, I believe.
And then the manufacturing hub, my question is twofold. Obviously, one, will you be employing the students that you take through the academy in the manufacturing hub? And also, when it comes to labour on the continent and in the rest of the world, we know emerging markets are known for, dare I say it, the cheaper labour cost, India, China. Why bring it to Africa and South Africa, which is synonymous for very expensive labour costs?
Well, I used to manufacture in Australia. The cost got too high. I went to New Zealand, then I went to China, and now China's becoming expensive. And I believe that we have talent, machinery that I can bring in, can mean that the manufacturing cost is down low. We can teach people here to manufacture to our standard. The students won't be in the manufacturing, they'll just be on the design. We will be looking for people with manufacturing skills. Take, for example, this soft toy, to whether it's small or big, the expertise that goes into that. Now, someone who's been working in a Mercedes factory, stitching the leather, will have the skills to work on that. So I believe South Africa has the ability and the talent and the skill, and then we'll look for other emerging markets around Africa.
In terms of setting up a base here, what has the interest been like? Have you been engaging with private business, private investors, government even?
Yes, for the last 2 years I've been talking to the DTI and through the High Commissioner in Australia in Canberra, and now we are talking to investors and we're getting a lot of interest. I've got quite a few meetings here and everyone's saying, can we come on board? And the thing that people must remember, the toy industry grows even during recession. It's recession proof. And during the world recession, the toy industry grew by 300%.
Sure.
And it's because if people can't go on holidays or they can't buy a new car.
They still want to
you
keep their children happy.
You can buy something small for a child. There's birthday parties which are on all the time. So it's a growing market and will always be there. We'll always have children. So yeah, I see it's all good.